I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce decriminalization. So this word might be a little daunting because it's so long. Probably the best strategy is just to break it down syllable by syllable, say each of them slowly, make sure you understand the sounds in the word, and then build it back up so you can use it smoothly and easily in your speech. First of all, if we look at just the word criminalization, we have the stress on the second to last syllable, zay. That means that syllable will have a clear vowel and will be held longer. It's often helpful to start with a stressed syllable and build backwards from there. If you were trying that with this word, it would sound like zation, criminalization, decriminalization. Because it has the DE, this is going to have a little secondary stress. So often when the letters DE start a word, in a word like describe or decision, that syllable is not stressed and it won't have the E sound for letter E. But in this word, we're using it as a prefix to mean to make it a negative, decriminalization. So it gets a little bit of stress and it has that clear vowel. The rest of our vowels are all reduced, or they're either an I sound or an sound. So you see we have decriminalization, basically no vowel there in that last syllable. So you're going to be short and light on those syllables. The I vowel is like what we have in criminal or in it or is, so you can try to match there. Let's go slowly syllable by syllable. We have D, crim, in, li. Might be easier to think of that as and li. Alization. Decriminalization. Decriminalization. So it's none of the sounds in this word are too tricky. You may have some tendency to want to go more tense on those vowels. Watch out that you're not using an E sound. When you see letter I, think of those sounds you have in it and is. Keep the tongue relaxed. You can get more help for that pair of sounds, all of the vowels and other sounds of English in our Sounds of English videos, as well as our Sounds of English online course on SpeechModification.com. It's a great way to build a foundation to be able to pronounce any word you like, long or short, and to know more about vowel sounds and letters. So do check that out on SpeechModification.com. Once you can say decriminalization by itself, it's going to be important to try it in some short phrases, simply because even if you master the word, when you go to speak, it's such a long word, it might not come out smoothly. So you might want to think about how you might want to use it. For example, if you were talking about the decriminalization of certain drugs in certain states, or the decriminalization of certain acts, you want to try practicing that in those short phrases and sentences as well. If you have a request you'd like to see me cover in our Word of the Day series, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll add it to the list to cover in a future class. If you'd like to get an answer right away, you can attend our Friday live classes, type your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you live. You can also join the channel as a channel member, and your requests will be, a video will be made for them, and it'll be covered within a week. So that's one of the perks that you can get, a faster turnaround time for your requests as a channel member. Thanks so much to those of you who are channel members and subscribers. I really appreciate your support. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye everyone. Hope to see you again soon.